wabarakatuh. Perkenalkan, nama saya Zulhana Munfarikha dengan NIM 2021356021, mahasiswa semester 5, program studi Pendidikan Matematika, Fakultas Keguruan dan Ilmu Pendidikan Universitas Kudus. Tujuan saya membuat video ini adalah untuk memenuhi tugas atau UAS mata kuliah Pendidikan Matematika Berbahasa Inggris.
Tabrak masuk, rapper kampung tabrak masuk, meski jauh jarak.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Good morning everyone. How are you today?
Good morning, Miss. I'm fine, and you?
Yes, I'm fine. I hope you are fine. Okay. Are you ready to study mathematics today?
Teaching. Yes.
Before we study, I will be better if write together right minutes. Right ends. Now, I will check your attendance. If you absent,
No.
if not, I will start learning. Okay, thank you. And I will ask our median, decil, quartile, decil, and prehendil. Three her will know when is median. Well, here the teacher will explain what median is. Median is a value that can divide data into two equal parts. Note that the data must be sorted first from smallest to largest. Apart from that, the median can also be used to determine the average or mean of a data set, but cannot be equated with the mean. Example question. Determine the median of the data as follows. 29, 19, 21, 52, 91, 50, 82, 65, 53, 84, 51, 90, and 93 onwards. The data 19, 20, 21, 29, 50, 51, 52, 53, 65, 80, 82, 84, 90, 91, and 93. Other topic, the number of data above is 13, which means all. So the median is the data to 13 plus 1 division 2 equal 14 division 2 equal 7. So the result is the 7 data, which is none other than the number 53.
Hi, in the previous session we have seen how to calculate the mean, median and the mode, the three basic central tendencies. Now in this session we will be looking about the quartiles, the deciles and the percentiles. Now what is exactly the median? Median is the value which divides the data into two equal halves, right? So a quartile, quarter means 1/4. So the quartiles are the values which divide the data into 4 equal parts. So there are 3 quartiles, Q1, Q2 and Q3, which are used to divide the data into 4 equal parts. The second quartile in fact is the median itself. Now we will have a simple example to understand how to calculate the quartiles for a discrete data. Suppose we have a set of values and we need to find the quartiles. Now first thing, in finding the median, what we used to do, we used to write the data in an ascending order. So we will write these in the ascending order. Now the quartiles can be calculated using these formulas. The Q1 can be calculated by n plus 1 by 4, the Q2 can be calculated as 2 into n plus 1 by 4, and third quartile 3 into n plus 1 by 4, where n is the number of observations. In this case, the number of observations are 15. So, Q1 comes out to be fourth term. Okay, 4 is not the quartile. The fourth term is the quartile, and which is the fourth term in the sequence? That is 22. Hence, the first quartile is 22. Exactly in the same way, the second quartile, that is the eighth term, that comes out to be 27. And the third quartile, that is 12, which comes out to be the 12th term is 35. So, in this way, the quartiles are calculated for a discrete data. Now, we will look into how the quartiles are calculated if there is a group frequency data, a huge data is given to us. Now, we will take a look at this question. So, this is the class interval which represents the number of marks, and frequency represents the number of students who got that marks. Now, remember what we used to do while calculating the median? We used to first calculate the cumulative frequency and calculate where n by 2 lies, okay, where the middle term lies. So, exactly in the same way, we will be calculating the cumulative frequency, then we will be calculating where n by 4 lies. Okay, the value of n is 70, the total of frequency is 70. So, the value of n by 4, that comes out to be 17.5, the value 17.5. Now, we have to check in the cumulative frequency where we cross the value of 17.5, that is in the third class. Okay. So, using that class for Q1. Now, what was the formula for median, can you recall? That was L plus H by F into n by 2 minus Cf. So, using the same formula, just the factor n by 2 will be replaced by n by 4. Okay. So, we write the formula for Q1, we know what is the L. L is the lower class limit of the class we have selected, that is 55. Next, what is the value of H? H is the class width, the class width is 5. F is the frequency of the class we have selected, 20, then the value of n by 4, which we have already calculated, 17.5, and the value of Cf, that is cumulative frequency of the previous class which we have selected, that is 10. So, we can substitute all these values in this given equation and we can get the value of the first quartile. Okay. Now, calculating the second quartile is exactly the same process. In the place of factor n by 4, we need to calculate 2n by 4. N by 4 because it is divided into 4 parts, it is a quartile, and 2 because it is the second quartile. So, we can cancel out and comes out to be n by 2, just as the case on the median, right. So, that comes out to be 35. Now, you can check the table for the cumulative frequency 35 crosses in the fourth class. So, the value of L becomes 60, right. The lower class limit will be 60 this time. Now, the formula for Q2, what do you think will change? Just that factor n by 4 gets replaced by n by 2. So, we can substitute all the values from the table. The value of L is 60, the value of H and the value of H class width is 5. The frequency of the class we have selected now for Q2 is 25. The value of n by 2 is 35. The value of the cumulative frequency of the previous class comes out to be 30, and we can get the value of the second quartile, and in fact, it is also the median, which is 61. And exactly the same way for calculating Q3, we need to calculate 3n by 4, and we can follow the same process and get the value of Q3 as 64.5. So, this is how the quartiles are calculated. Now, once you understand how the quartiles are calculated, we can now look at what are deciles and percentiles. Now, decile, deca means 10. So, deciles are the values which divide the data into 10 equal parts. So, the process remains the same, just the factor instead of n by 4 will be using n by 10. We will be dividing into the 10 parts. Suppose we need to find the 6th decile, we will write 6n by 10 and so on. The rest all the procedure remains the same, the formula remains the same, just the factor n by 4 gets replaced by whatever decile we need to find. Suppose 7th decile gives you 7n by 10. Okay. So, let us the same example to find out the deciles and the percentiles. Now suppose we need to find the 7th decile, that is D7. So we need to calculate the factor 7 into n by 10. 10 because we divide it into 10 equal parts, and multiply by 7 because it's the 7th decile. So that comes out to be the 49th term. Now again, in the column of the cumulative frequency, the 49, the value 49 crosses in the 4th class. So we need to select the 4th class to calculate the 7th decile. The formula for D7 will be L plus H by F into 7n by 10 minus the cumulative frequency of the previous class, CF. Exactly in the same way, if we need to calculate the 35th percentile, the factor changes to n by 100 and into 35 because we need to find the 35th percentile. So P35 is 35 n by 100th term, that is the 24.5th term. So to calculate the value of P35, we need to select the 3rd class. Again, the formula remains the same. P35 will be equal to L plus H by F into 35 n by 100 minus CF. You can see in all the formulas just one factor changes depending upon what we need to find out. So this is how we find the quartiles, the deciles and the percentiles.
Next is the quartile. Quartile is a statistical term that describes the division of observation into four intervals whose values are determined based on data values. Simply put, quartiles divided a data set into four. Quartiles are the similarly Q and E. Each part has the same percentage, namely 25%. Before determining quartiles, all data must be sorted first from decimals. If not sorted, the result obtained will not be accurate. Next is the quartile are divided into two. One, single data quartiles, and two, group data quartiles. And when the first single data quartile, single data is the data that is not arranged in the interval form, so single data quartiles can be determined using the following formula. Location of Ki equal width. Ki equal its quartile. I equal 1, 2, 3. Depending on the location of the quartiles being searched, and this is equal number of data. Next, two is the grouped data quartiles. The quartiles formula for group data is much more complex than for single data. Proportionally, several variables have to be identified, such as the position of the quartiles to be shifted for, the cumulative frequency of the data, the lower limit of the quartile to be solved, and the class interval. Next is example question. That is a number of test data consisting of 5, 7, 4, 4, 6, Q, and I. Find the values of Q1, Q2, and Q3. Step 1. Sort the data into 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Step 2. Fit Q1, Q2, and Q3 based on the single data model from the Q1 equal 1 division by 4 and plus 1. Q1 equal 1 division by 4, 7 plus 1. Next, the Q1 equal 1 division by 8. It one, this is 2. Next example. This means that Q1 is in position 2, namely number 4. Q2 equal 1 division by n plus 1. Q2 equal 1 division by 2, 7 plus 1. Q2 1 division by 8. Q2 equal 4. This is mean that Q2 is in position 4, namely number 5. Q3, this is equal 3 division by n plus 1. Q3 equal 3 division by 4, 7 plus 1. Q3 equal 3 division by 4, 8. Q3, this is 6. This is means that Q3 is in position 6, namely number 7. Next, decile and percentile. First, decile is a term in statistics for dividing a group of data into 10 equal parts. In decile, there are 9 decile values that divide data into 10 equal parts. Next to then, percentile are not much different from decile. Percentile is a term in statistics for dividing a group of data into 100 equal parts. So, there are 99 percentile values that divided the data into 100 parts. Percentile are usually denoted by the letter P. Example question. Determine the 65 percentile from the data size 5, 8, 7, 9, 4, 5, 8, 4, 7, 8, 5, 8, 4, and 5. And was n equal 15. So the data 4, 4, 4, 5, 5, 5, 6, 7, 7, 8, 8, 8, 8, and 9. Position P 65. This is 65 multiplied 15 plus 12 division by 100. This is 10.4. P65 equal x 100 plus 0.4 x 11 with x 10 equal 7 plus 0.4 8 mean 7 equal 7.4. So the 65 percentile value is 7.4. the material median, quartile, decile, and percentile. Example, the student worksheet. Okay, I think that's enough for today's meeting. Maybe have you any question?
No.
Okay, it is not that there. I will close. Thank you for your attention, everyone, and the session for listening to you at the next meeting. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.